Hello, good evening everyone. Welcome to my channel, Dr. Bavdekar's Homeopathy. Today, in short, we are going to talk about the uterine pains, which everyone gets, the female, all female patient get during their menstrual period. Friends, my aim is this that every time medicines are not required. Many a times, a good adjustment in the diet and proper exercise and proper knowledge of having cramps can definitely relieve the cramps of the patients. So we will be shortly seeing like what we should do in our day-to-day life when the menses are there, when the cramping pains are there, how to overcome them without medicines. In my last video of fibroids, I have told you the anatomy of the uterus. In shortly, I'll just go through this. This is our uterus, which is located in female patients at the lower abdomen. This is the main uterus. These are the two fallopian tubes. This is the inner lining of the uterus. This is the outer lining of the uterus. This is called as endometrium, which grows for during the menstrual cycle, and when it grows to certain height, it shreds off and patient get menses. These muscles they get cramped because all the shedding of the endometrium should go out. So many a times cramping pains are experienced by the patients. Now, this medical term for painful menses is called as dysmenorrhea. What does dysmenorrhea mean? It is nothing but difficult monthly flow, that is called as dysmenorrhea. There are two types by medical sciences, one is primary and one is secondary. Primary painful menses or dysmenorrhea is nothing but usually seen in age group of 20 to 25 or from menarche period, and usually it is associated with no gynecological problems. It subsides when the pregnancy after marriage sets in. Secondly, secondary dysmenorrhea is also one of the other classification where the menstrual pain is there which has got gynecological conditions. So some medical disease is there. So the females get severe menstrual pain. What are the causes? See, the primary dysmenorrhea is usually caused by excessive levels of prostaglandins, which are required for which cause pain. So this alteration in prostaglandins or production can cause pain. Now, if the patient basically is of secondary dysmenorrhea, which I told you, there are certain causes which causes secondary dysmenorrhea due to gynecological pains. What are they? Like if there are fibroids in the uterus. My last video was on fibroids. You can go through it. Adenomyosis. It is a tissue that underlines the uterus and which begins to grow in the muscular walls of the uterus. So these are the muscular walls of the uterus and the tissue grows inside this. This is called as adenomyosis. This is called of secondary dysmenorrhea. Sexually transmitted infections can cause then also endometriosis. Endometriosis means the fragments of endometrial lining that are found in other parts of pelvic organ where it should not be found. The endometrial things are found inside like near the ovaries, near the fallopian tubes. So these are the extra growths which occur and that is called as endometriosis. Pelvic inflammatory disease is also there, which is primary infection of the fallopian tubes which can affect the ovaries, uterus and the cervix. Ovarian cyst or ovary tumors of the ovaries. Then use of intrauterine devices. These are the causes of the secondary this thing. We will be not going in detail of the causes. We'll see how to overcome this pain. This pain, usually all females experience this pain from mild, moderate to severe. Sometimes I have seen that young girls they don't go to school. Some matured females don't go to office. They just lie down because of the pain. They are mentally disturbed, irritable, and they get lot many symptoms because of the pain. So now, how to overcome this pain? That we are going to see. How to manage the cramps when the menses occur? The cramps are there. There is a cramping pain in the lower abdomen. So exercise is very helpful. So exercise one should do daily before menses, so that during menses the cramps intensity goes very down. Then also one should have a hot water or a warm water in a rubber bag and which should hold below, one should hold below the abdomen, like in the below abdomen, like below the umbilicus. This local heat causes also a relief of the pain during the menses. It is definitely not harmful. As much as you can tolerate, you can apply this local heat 2, 3, 4 times a day also. Dietary supplement should be there. Patients who are having alcohol, they should avoid that. Tobacco should be avoided and the stress factor should be reduced. I mean stress means physical as well as mental. Physical stress means working for 8 to 10 hours a day physically by doing some work. And mental stress means nowadays there is a target for people who work. They have to achieve some targets in their company. Daily load, pressure of the seniors, their bosses. This all stress is called disturbance in the prostaglandins and they cause pain. So stress should be relieved. One should take a rest during menstrual period One should practice meditation if they believe it helps a lot. Now, what supplements are good for menstrual cramps? This is also important. If you add some supplements, the cramps definitely come down. Omega 3 fatty acids, which are seen in fish oil, are very helpful to reduce down the inflammation. Calcium citrate is one of the good thing which helps to reduce the cramps. Vitamin D, which helps our body to utilize the calcium and reduce down the inflammation, is helpful. Vitamin E is also helpful to reduce the menstrual pain, and also magnesium is helpful. So these are the things, supplements, which are very useful. Now, what food one should have during dysmenorrhea or during menses so that the pain should come down? We'll see something like drink more water, because hydration, if it is proper, then it will fight against the cramps and the cramping pain will come down. If you are having non-vegetarian food, you can have salmon, fish. That is also helpful. Then dark leafy vegetables or fiber diet. Bananas, pineapples, and kiwi, they are also helpful during dysmenorrhea or during menstrual period. Bananas have a happy hormone, so they keep you happy also. Vitamin B6 is also there, and other things. More calcium should be in diet, so one should increase the calcium also. For breakfast, they should have light diet, non-spicy diet. We recommend oats for breakfast and non-spicy diet. Eggs they can have, and some ginger is also helpful, because ginger is said to have anti-inflammatory properties. So ginger also helps during menstrual period. One can have in tea, coffee, or they can also have in other drinks. They can take ginger. Now, what should we not do in periods? That is very important. So do means what about the diet? What should not be done? Because we want to reduce the cramps without painkillers. Okay. So consumption of salts will should be reduced, because salt causes water retention and which is causing bloating of the abdomen. Extra sugars, stimulants like coffee, alcohol, spicy food, red meat, that should all be avoided. So these things, if you avoid, they will be very helpful to reduce down your pain. Now, is turmeric advised in menstrual cramps? Yes, it is also very helpful, because turmeric is known to decrease pain. It has got a chemical called as curcumin, which has got an anti-inflammatory property. So definitely turmeric can be used in diet or with milk during menstruation period. It will surely bring down the pains or the cramps. Is magnesium helpful? Yes. Daily intake of magnesium, not only during menses, will prevent the menstrual cramps. This is very important. So patient should definitely think of the food which has got magnesium. Now, can I drink milk during my periods? Many patients ask me, we get acidity, headache, vomiting. But friends, dairy milk is not so much advised, because in dairy milk they can cause the cramps to increase. So you should not have plenty of milk. Little milk can be tolerated. Now we'll go to exercises. See, during pain, nobody wants to exercise. If you exercise regularly for a month, your menstrual cramps are definitely going to come down by 80 to 90%. Kindly do that and see. So, in your daily life, exercise 4 to 5 minutes every day in morning, afternoon, and night. So, half an hour a day is very important. Which is the exercise that is good, we can say. And what happens? There are many exercises, but like you can say, swimming is there, brisk walking is there, then cycling is there. Now these exercises, they help to increase the blood flow, and they help the cramps to reduce down in the uterus. Now, which is the best exercises for the cramps which are seen in the periods? Best exercises, aerobic are advised, but they increase the heart rate, so that should not be exercised, because heart rate can again cause severe pain, cramping in your uterus. So brisk walking, then biking, then those who are staying in cold area, ice skating, these are advisable exercises. Now for uterus, which is one of the good exercises, that exercise we will just see. Kegel exercise, Kegel. These exercises help to strengthen the pelvic floor muscles, and this means the muscles which support the uterus, bladder, small intestine, and the rectum. So friends, in short, we can say, if you do good exercise throughout the month and prepare for menstrual 4 days, no painkillers are required, no medicines are required. And if you have proper diet, proper rest, reduce down the stress, this is the key to overcome the menstrual pain. So, other painkillers definitely cause anemia, acidity, long-term kidney failures have been observed. So, we can get rid of all these complications in future, and also addiction. Every month you get addicted to painkillers. By doing this, I'm sure you will definitely be having very tolerable pains which are natural during menses, and you will have your 4 days very smoothly. If you want any guidance, you can contact me on WhatsApp. Definitely I will be helpful to guide you regarding this. My next video will be coming on top homeopathic drugs during menses to relieve the pain which are having no side effects at all. Thanks a lot.